Since you guys been asking how I made this Instagram reel for my personal brand, so I thought I'd make a tutorial on it. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you each and every single little step I made to make this aesthetically pleasing reel for my personal brand. And my name is Thorsten Roscoe, and let's get right into this Instagram breakdown. So you can actually see just from this timeline, there's not a whole lot going on. Like, there's not a whole lot going on, and that's why I loved making this so much, because it was so easy, and not just easy, but so aesthetically pleasing to your eyes that it just attracted a lot of people to follow me that are very high quality and love just my videos now. All because I made this video super simple, super quick, in a very short amount of time, and it's really aesthetically pleasing. And that's what most viewers want to see in your videos, is just to make a simple, aesthetically pleasing video. Because when I play this, you can see, like, I don't have any of the animations on right now, but because you can just look, just by me having good camera angles and good color grade, people will just want to watch this, all because there's no like crazy fancy animations. You guys don't need crazy fancy animations to make a video just like this look extremely good. I mean, look at this. Majority of this video is just pure A-roll and B-roll shots. Here's a B-roll of flag, me laying down, showing off the creator brand, takeover brand, let's go. And then at the end, here's some cool animations just to bring the viewer and make him feel more attracted to the video. But the way I did all these animations and the way I did all of this is, first, I started with a zoom. Now, I just grabbed my zoom in my zoom pack. If I could just come over here and I can just get rid of this zoom really quick. So you see how there's no zoom. And then I just grab my sig zoom. If you guys watch my videos, I always do this like really pull out. So it'll do this now. It's a little too slow, so I'll just bring it to the left. Sometimes you gotta do that. They're not perfect, no one's perfect. Just boom. See, perfect. Now you can see that we have the zoom, but first, the reason why I do the zoom is because it's gonna attract viewers. Because if I just get rid of the zoom and it just went like this, like, it's not as good, you know? It's not like pulling me in as a viewer, and that's exactly what we want. It's like exactly what I teach more in depth in my short form editing course. I'll leave that down in the link in the description, but you really want to just use zooms to your fullest potential, because it makes the video not only aesthetically pleasing and makes you more engaged, but it attracts you and makes you stop scrolling. Then after you do the zoom, now you can see the zoom, I did a super clean fade up with all these kind of like Gaussian blurs. You can see on this left, Chris's logo has a more darken and blurred, and then the one on the right, I made it a lot brighter just so it acts as a kind of depth of field. Like you can see right now on, like when you're looking at me, I made sure that this plant is right here next to me, that's closer up. So then when you look in the background, it feels like the background is a lot more depth. There's a lot of depth. It makes it, this entire scene more 3D. And I made sure to place my camera right there so you can see it, my monitor right here. So then it feels like something's super close up. I'm close right here. This is close with me. And then that is just separates me from the background so we can add this kind of 3D effect. And that's what I tried to do with this text over here. And I also did this really cool like blur animation. I'll show you exactly how I did it right now. If I just go into here, you can see that when I go onto the takeover, I went over here and I added a Gaussian blur. So I'll turn it off. You can see it's gone, and now I turn it on. And the way you do this, I made a whole tutorial on it, but I'll just show you really quick because I just love this effect. I'll get rid of this mask. So when you search up Gaussian blur, drag it onto your layer, and then you can see it's like blurred right now. I don't go too crazy when I do this effect. Don't go like crazy like this, but don't go like too little. I would say a good version is around like 20 to like 15 to like 25 range. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at 20 because that's what I did. And then you can just hit this kind of, you can hit the pen. That's gonna make a mask. And what masks allow you to do is, so I'll just click right here, here, and here, make sure to connect the mask, and now boom, the mask is just gonna grab that entire side, just like so. Now you can see we're kind of getting that effect, but it's not the way we want it, because when I zoom in here, let me go like, ooh, come on, hand tool. Come on, man! Why does this shit never work? I swear to God. Hand tools, man, they never work in Premiere Pro. I don't know if it's just me or you guys too, but Premiere, come on, man. Anyway, I couldn't get in there, but you can see that when there's this little, I'll zoom it in on the camera, or not on the camera, on the screen recording. There's this really like sharp edge right here on this K. If I actually like bring it over to the left, we can see it more. You can see like this sharp edge right here. We don't want that. So the way I got rid of that is I went into my mask. So find the mask that you have right here and up the feather. I like to go probably, actually I think in a lot of 110 is like really good. And then you can just play around. I mean, I brought it over here to the right, so then it kind of acted like this takeover white star to the right, this one right here, also has a Gaussian blur. I did the exact same thing, but instead I just made sure that it just had a full Gaussian blur. And then I also dimmed it down a little bit. You can see I have a lumetri color. This is just going to make it pop and act like it's a foreground. So I just added some exposure. It actually looks like I didn't really touch this one very much. I just decreased the highlights and everything like that. But you can see on my other one, I did use the exact same thing. So you can see right here, this is my lumetri color. Pop it down and you can see right here that I turned down the exposure. You can see it as I play it. I darkened it so then it didn't pop as much and it gave it more of a 3D and kind of aesthetic looking effect that just really looks lovely, and that's why I absolutely love this effect. And for Chris's like tag up here, I don't know if you can see that, but I just did the exact same thing. I just added a Gaussian blur wherever it is, yeah, right here, and then I just turned it up barely so you could not only see it, but it's also not like crazy, you know? So that's exactly how I did all of these kind of like really cool blur effects to make everything look 3D and aesthetically pleasing. But here's the one main key factor I didn't tell you yet. I used one of my presets to allow these to really coolly like fade up. So you can see if I actually turn all these off, this is what it looks like without it, and then this is what it looks like with. So you can see it pops in up, looks really nice, and then it also fades out super smoothly. It looks great. Here's me breaking my mic. And the way I did that was super simple and easy. I just went over to my right and I went into my captions presets pack, but I honestly just recommend going in and get an all pack bundle, because not only will you get every single one of my presets that save me and a ton of other people hours every single day, but you can follow along in each and every single one of these tutorials. And I actually just dropped my short form editing course, which you get when you grab the all pack bundle. So you'll learn exactly how to edit.
Creators, you don't hate editing.
Systems, how I edit.
Editing doesn't have to be a long,
a matter of when it used to take me one and a bunch more info. And I'm even throwing in this project file, and all my future project files will be in my short form editing course, so you guys can just access this project file, learn how I do everything, learn how I use all my presets, etc., and then boom, you're good to go. And it's all under 2 hours. So it's like, what? You can learn everything I knew from thousands of hours of experience in under 2 hours, which just blows my mind. Like I said, it'll be in the link in the description. So, like I said, I just grabbed my appear up, just like so. Just grab it, drag it, drop it. Now it appears up, comes in, perfect. Now I just wanted it to fade out, just so it looks seamlessly. And then we can just look at the fade out, boom, done. Dude, that was like, what? 2 seconds? And then I used one of my flashes because I wanted to make this kind of feel like it's Chris's style, but also I love using this and we both use this. So I used my flash transition that I like to use. If I just search up flash, white flash transition, all you have to do use this is make an adjustment layer. So if I just come over here to my unboxing and make an adjustment layer really quick, drag and drop that adjustment layer. It doesn't matter how big it is, but I just like to short it just so then it's not like crazy big. And then all we have to do is just drag and drop that white flash onto here, look at it, and then go into the middle, wherever it is, and make sure that this keyframe right here is exactly lined up with this blue header thing. So now it looks like this. Boom. And then I did that exact same thing to the rest of my video, just like so. I added more zooms from my zoom pack that I use, that'll be in that all pack bundle. And this is the rest of the video. Pretty much, I just kind of copied my exact same style, did a lot of B-roll. Here's a match cut I did. And then I also did that Gaussian kind of blur effect again. And here I used another preset of mine, my fade in really quick. And then boom, that is exactly how I made this really creative looking, aesthetically pleasing video that drove a lot of emotion and actually popped off pretty well. So if you guys want to learn more short form editing content from me, go click this video right over here and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.